Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, your life stays stuck, like every door you knock on remains closed, every effort goes unnoticed, and your heart feels heavy for no reason? What if I told you this isn't just bad luck or coincidence? Allah is trying to guide you, protect you, and lead you toward true peace, freedom, and blessings. If you ignore it, you could remain trapped longer than you should. But if you pay attention, reflect, and take the right steps, your life can shift in ways you never imagined. Today, I want to help you recognize the messages Allah is sending to your heart, because understanding them could be the key to finally breaking free from what's holding you back. Stay with me, because this video could change everything for you. The sign of persistent restlessness. Do you ever lie awake at night, feeling a strange emptiness inside, as if something important is missing? You might have everything in the world, success, money, even people who love you, but still your heart feels restless. That heavy feeling that no pleasure or achievement seems to satisfy is not random. It is a sign from Allah, a gentle whisper from your Creator, telling you that you are looking for happiness in places where it cannot be found. This restlessness is His way of guiding you back to what truly fulfills the soul. It is as if Allah is saying, "My servant, stop seeking in the world what only I can give." Every worry, every unease, every moment your heart feels unsettled is an invitation to turn inward and upward, to seek Him. The world can distract. The people around you can try to fill the void, but true contentment, the kind that makes the heart finally rest, comes from Him alone. Take a moment to close your eyes and speak to Allah from your heart. Tell Him about your worries, your confusion, and your longing for peace. Ask Him to guide your heart to what is best, to fill the emptiness with His light. When you do this, slowly, almost imperceptibly, the unrest begins to ease. Your nights become calmer, your heart feels lighter, and for the first time, you notice a gentle peace that comes not from anything in this world, but from the One who knows you better than you know yourself. Remember, that feeling of restlessness is not a punishment, it is a loving signal, a call from Allah to realign your heart with Him. When you respond to it, your path opens, your soul feels nourished, and the heaviness that kept you stuck begins to lift. The sign of repeating mistakes. Hard you try to change, maybe it's in your relationships, in the choices you make, or even in the way you handle your own heart. You find yourself thinking, why do I keep falling into the same traps? Why can't I get it right? This is not a sign of weakness. It is a signal from Allah, a gentle warning that there is something in your life that needs to change. He is showing you where your actions, habits, or even your thoughts are holding you back. Repeating the same mistake over and over is His way of saying, "My servant, pause and reflect. There is a lesson you are missing. Look carefully, because this is the key to your growth." Often, we ignore this sign because it feels uncomfortable. We blame ourselves, blame others, or simply hope it will go away. But ignoring it only keeps us stuck, trapped in a cycle of frustration and regret. The same situations, the same disappointments, and the same pain will continue to appear until we truly face the truth within ourselves. It is in these moments of reflection that real change begins. Ask yourself honestly, what is causing me to stumble again? What patterns in my life am I repeating? When you bring this to Allah in prayer, when you sincerely seek His guidance, clarity comes. Slowly, you start seeing the choices you need to change, the thoughts you need to correct, and the habits you need to leave behind. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you notice the mistake and take steps to correct it, you are growing spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. You are moving closer to the life Allah has planned for you, a life free from repeated pain, full of guidance, and filled with peace. What once felt like a heavy chain now becomes a stepping stone, a lesson that lifts you higher. Remember, making mistakes is human, but repeating them without learning is a choice. Allah's signs are always meant to guide us, not punish us. The moment you see the pattern, pause and take it to Him. The cycle can end, and a new path opens, one filled with wisdom, peace, and blessings you never imagined. The sign of toxic relationships. Have you ever noticed how some people in your life leave you feeling drained, anxious, or constantly upset? even if they don't say or do anything extreme. Maybe it's a friend who always complains, a family member who constantly criticizes, or someone you care about but whose presence makes your heart feel heavy. You might find yourself feeling tense around them, dreading conversations, or constantly replaying their words in your mind. This is not just coincidence. Allah is showing you a sign. These relationships, whether we realize it or not, can hold us back from peace, happiness, and even spiritual growth. They act like invisible chains around our hearts, pulling us away from the light and clarity Allah wants us to experience. The unease you feel is not weakness, it's a warning. A gentle alert from your Creator telling you to protect yourself. He is trying to save your heart from unnecessary pain and distraction. The difficult part is that we often ignore this warning. We make excuses for people thinking they mean well, or I have to tolerate this. But tolerance has limits, and the heart is precious. Ignoring these signs keeps us trapped in a cycle of stress, confusion, and emotional exhaustion. It prevents us from focusing on what really matters: our own growth, our connection with Allah, and the opportunities He has prepared for us. When you truly see this for what it is, it becomes clear that stepping back is not selfish, it is protection. You do not need to cut everyone out, but you must set boundaries. Allow your heart space to breathe. Give yourself permission to distance from negativity and focus on the people and activities that uplift your soul. The moment you do this, the heaviness begins to lift. Your mind feels clearer, your heart lighter, and you notice a calm you may not have felt in a long time. Allah tests our patience, but He also guides us to safety. These toxic relationships are not meant to punish you, they are meant to redirect you toward what is better, to guide you to people, actions, and environments that nourish your heart and help you thrive. When you respond to this sign, you begin a transformation. Your energy returns, your focus sharpens, and your life becomes a space where peace, joy, and growth can flourish. Always remember, the people you allow into your heart shape your reality. When Allah signals you to step away, it is a blessing, even if it feels painful at first. Protect your heart, cherish your peace, and trust that He is opening doors to better connections and brighter paths. The sign of divine delay. Have you ever worked so hard for something, maybe a goal, a dream, or even a relationship, only to feel like the doors remain closed? You make dua, you try your best, yet everything seems delayed. The frustration builds, your heart aches, and you start asking yourself, why isn't this happening for me? Am I not meant to have it? What if I told you, this delay is not a denial, and it's not because Allah has forgotten you. On the contrary, this is one of the most powerful signs He can give you. This is Allah's way of saying, patience, my servant. There is wisdom in the timing you cannot yet see. Trust me and do not despair. Divine delay is never random. Sometimes it is protection, sometimes it is preparation. Imagine trying to take a shortcut on a path without knowing the danger ahead. Allah, in His infinite mercy, may be closing certain doors temporarily so you don't walk into harm. What seems like waiting, what seems like being stuck, is often Him guiding you towards something much better, something your heart and soul are not yet ready to receive. During this waiting period, your character is being shaped, your patience is being strengthened, your understanding, humility, and reliance on Allah are growing quietly, even if you cannot feel it immediately. Every challenge, every moment of uncertainty is a preparation for what is coming. The moment you recognize this, the pain of waiting transforms into hope. The heaviness of delay becomes a gentle reminder of Allah's wisdom and mercy. Do not let your heart be consumed by frustration or jealousy when you see others succeed. Your path is unique and your time is perfectly designed. Divine delay teaches you to trust, to reflect, and to remain consistent in prayer and good deeds. It reminds you that Allah is in control and He knows what is best for you, far better than you know for yourself. The key is to keep moving forward with faith. Continue making dua, continue striving, and continue purifying your heart. Use this time to grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. The moment the delay ends, you will step into what Allah has prepared for you with a heart that is ready, a soul that is prepared, and a gratitude that is deeper than before. Remember, divine delay is not a rejection, it is a signal, a sign of love, protection, and preparation. The doors may be closed for now, but they are not gone forever. Trust in His timing, trust in His plan, and know that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant to be yours. The sign of emotional pain. Have you ever felt a pain in your heart that just won't go away? A sadness so deep that even when life seems fine on the outside, your inside feels heavy, restless, and broken. Maybe it's the loss of someone you loved, a betrayal, a mistake you keep replaying, or even regrets you can't seem to let go of. That pain isn't meaningless. It's a message, a sign from Allah telling you that your heart is trying to speak. Emotional pain is one of the most powerful ways Allah communicates with His servants. It's His way of drawing your attention to the places in your life that need healing, reflection, and growth. When your heart aches, when tears flow quietly in the dark, it is Allah saying, "My servant, there is something here that needs your attention. Do not ignore it. Turn to me and find your peace." The difficult part is that we often try to avoid pain. We distract ourselves with work, entertainment, or social media. We push our feelings deep down, hoping they will disappear. But ignoring it only traps us. The pain will remain, quietly shaping our thoughts, our decisions, and even our future. The longer we avoid it, the longer we stay stuck. But when we face it honestly, when we allow ourselves to feel it and bring it to Allah in prayer, a transformation begins. Your tears become a form of cleansing, your broken heart becomes fertile ground for growth, and your soul begins to release the weight it has been carrying. You start to see the lessons hidden in the hurt, the wisdom in the trials, and the path forward becomes clearer. Allah's guidance through pain is not always immediate or easy to recognize. Sometimes the healing comes slowly through reflection, prayer, or even through experiences that follow the hardship. Other times, it comes as a sudden clarity, a deep sense of relief, or a renewed strength to move forward. The key is to trust Him, to let your heart be vulnerable, and to let your emotions guide you back to Allah. Remember, pain is not a punishment, it is an invitation to cleanse your heart, to grow closer to Allah, and to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Every tear, every sigh, every moment of longing is a step toward healing and freedom. When you respond to this sign, you begin to release what has been holding you back, and your heart becomes a place where peace, gratitude, and hope can finally reside. Your emotional pain is a gift wrapped in difficulty. It is Allah's way of preparing you for better days, for deeper connections, and for a life filled with more purpose. Do not run from it. Do not ignore it. Embrace it. Bring it to Him. And watch as your heart slowly transforms into a garden of healing and peace. The sign of fear and hesitation. Have you ever stood at a crossroads in life, knowing you need to make a choice, take a step, or make a move, but felt frozen? That heavy feeling in your chest, the thoughts racing in your mind, the what-ifs that keep you awake at night. This is fear, and it is one of the most powerful signs Allah can send you. Fear and hesitation are not weaknesses, they are signals. They are Allah's way of speaking to your heart, saying, "My servant, I am guiding you. Pause, reflect, and trust me before you move forward." Every time you hesitate, every time you doubt your own abilities, it is a moment meant for reflection, for seeking His guidance, and for strengthening your trust in Him. Many of us try to ignore this fear. We pretend it's not there, or we push ourselves forward with anxiety, only to feel paralyzed halfway. We see others taking bold steps and wonder why we can't do the same. But fear is natural, it is human. The difference between remaining stuck and moving forward is how we respond to it. Allah wants you to face your fear with faith, to step forward even when your heart trembles. True courage is not the absence of fear, it is taking action despite it. Every small step you take, no matter how timid, is a victory. Every moment you rely on Him, seek His guidance, and take action with intention, the chains of hesitation begin to break. Fear also teaches patience, awareness, and humility. It reminds you that life is not always in your control and that you are not alone. When you bring your fears to Allah in prayer, asking for strength, clarity, and courage. He fills your heart with a quiet reassurance that you are capable and that the right path is always illuminated for those who seek Him. Ignoring fear and hesitation keeps you stuck. You wait for the perfect moment, but that moment may never come unless you act. Responding to this sign transforms fear into faith, hesitation into momentum, and uncertainty into clarity. You begin to notice opportunities that were hidden behind your doubt. Doors you thought were closed start to open, and the path forward becomes clearer, brighter, and filled with hope. Remember, fear is not meant to stop you, it is meant to guide you. Hesitation is not meant to trap you, it is meant to redirect you. When you respond to these feelings with trust in Allah, every step you take becomes a journey of growth. Every challenge becomes a lesson, and every hesitation becomes a bridge to a stronger, braver, and more resilient you. The sign of spiritual neglect. Have you ever felt a heaviness in your heart? A quiet emptiness that nothing in the world seems to fill. You might have success, friends, or comfort around you, but still, something inside feels off. That hollow feeling is not accidental, it is a sign from Allah, a gentle whisper calling you back to Him. Sometimes, in the rush of daily life, we forget to nurture our souls. We get so busy chasing worldly goals, pleasing others, or solving our problems that we neglect the most important relationship, the one with our Creator. When the heart is neglected, the mind becomes restless, the emotions feel chaotic, and life loses its sense of purpose. Allah is showing you this emptiness to help you see where you've drifted. Spiritual neglect is not always obvious. It does not always look like abandonment of prayer or worship. Sometimes it is subtle. A heart that turns to fleeting pleasures for comfort, a soul that feels disconnected even in moments of reflection, a mind that doubts its purpose or loses hope. This is Allah's way of giving you a chance to pause and realign before the emptiness grows heavier. Ignoring this sign keeps the soul trapped in a cycle of confusion, sadness, and frustration. You might try to fill the void with work, relationships, or entertainment, but nothing lasts. Only Allah can satisfy the heart in its deepest places. The moment you turn back to Him, even in small steps, the heart begins to breathe again. Reconnect with Allah in whatever way you can. Speak to Him honestly about your feelings, fears, and regrets. Spend time in prayer, in reading the Qur'an, or even in quiet reflection, acknowledging His presence in every part of your life. As your connection grows, you begin to notice small miracles. Peace settles over restless thoughts, clarity replaces confusion, and hope lights up spaces that once felt dark. This emptiness, this spiritual call, is not a punishment, it is a loving signal. It is Allah's mercy guiding you back to what truly matters. When you respond to this sign, your heart begins to heal, your soul awakens, and your life starts to flow with meaning and purpose. You start to see that the moments of struggle were preparation, shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Remember, the world will always try to distract you from the most important relationship in your life. But when you listen to this call, embrace it, and invest in your connection with Allah, your heart transforms. What was once emptiness becomes a source of peace, contentment, and spiritual fulfillment that nothing else can replace. The sign of overlooked gratitude. Have you ever stopped for a moment and truly looked at your life? Not just the big things you hope for or the things you feel are missing, but the small, quiet blessings that are already surrounding you every day. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the food you eat, the laughter of loved ones, the ability to see the beauty in nature, or even the very breath that keeps you alive. Yet somehow, despite all this, your heart feels heavy, your mind restless, and your soul dissatisfied. This is a sign from Allah, a gentle, loving reminder that gratitude has been overlooked in your life. When we fail to notice the blessings we already have, life begins to feel like a constant struggle. Small problems feel enormous, challenges seem impossible, and every difficulty is magnified. Our hearts carry a weight that is invisible but deeply real, and we may not even understand why we feel stuck, stressed, or unhappy. This heaviness is Allah's way of sending you a sign, calling you to pause, reflect, and open your eyes to the abundance already present in your life. Too often, we focus on what we do not have, dreams unfulfilled, desires delayed, opportunities missed, we forget that our lives are filled with countless blessings, big and small, that many people long for every day. The air we breathe, the sun that rises, the ability to move, to speak, to love, to laugh. These are not trivial gifts. They are signs of Allah's mercy and care. When we overlook them, our hearts grow blind to the beauty around us, and our souls remain restless and unsatisfied. Gratitude is not just about saying words. It is a feeling, a practice, a shift in perception. When we begin to truly appreciate even the smallest blessings, our hearts begin to lighten, the tension in our minds eases, our worries lose some of their power, and we begin to see life in a new light. Gratitude opens doors that were once hidden, softens hardships that seemed unbearable, and transforms ordinary moments into sources of joy. Think about the people in your life who support you, the food that nourishes you, the roof that shelters you, and the moments of laughter and peace that you often take for granted. Reflect on these silently and thank Allah sincerely, not just with your lips, but with your heart. When you do this consistently, something extraordinary happens. Your heart begins to feel content. Your mind becomes calm, and your soul experiences a quiet happiness that cannot be found in material possessions, accomplishments, or external approval. Overlooked gratitude is a warning, yes, but it is also a gift. Allah wants you to pause and see the countless blessings you already possess before seeking more. He wants you to understand that happiness is not found only in achieving your dreams or acquiring what you lack, but in recognizing the treasures that are already present. When you respond to this sign, life begins to shift. Challenges remain, but they no longer feel overwhelming. You start noticing beauty in small things, hope returns to your heart, and your perspective begins to transform. The power of gratitude extends beyond your own peace. It affects your relationships, your work, your choices, and even the way you see the world. A grateful heart sees opportunities where others see obstacles. It finds joy in simplicity. It trusts Allah's plan even when life seems uncertain. By acknowledging His blessings, you align yourself with His mercy, and your life flows more smoothly than ever before. Never underestimate this sign. The moments of dissatisfaction, the heaviness of your heart, and the feeling that something is missing are all gentle nudges from Allah, inviting you to shift your focus from what is lacking to what is already abundant. Answer this call. Take a pause. Reflect. Thank Allah for everything, big or small. Allow your heart to open, your mind to calm, and your soul to rise into a state of peace and contentment that no worldly achievement can ever give. Gratitude is not just a practice, it is the key to unlocking a heart full of joy, a mind free of worry, and a life aligned with Allah's mercy. The moment you embrace this sign fully, you will realize that you have been carrying blessings all along, and that the path forward is brighter, lighter, and filled with endless possibilities. As we come to the end of this message, take a moment and let your heart breathe. Every feeling you've experienced, restlessness, pain, hesitation, sadness, emptiness, is not random. Every struggle, every delay, every tear, and every moment of doubt is a sign from Allah. He is speaking to you, guiding you, and showing you the path to peace, growth, and blessings that you may not yet see. Do not feel defeated by what you've been through. Do not let fear, pain, or frustration keep you stuck any longer. The signs were never meant to punish you, they were meant to awaken you. They were meant to redirect you toward what is truly best for your heart, your soul, and your life. Your past does not define you. Your struggles are not your limits. Every step you take toward Allah, every moment you pause to reflect, every prayer you make is a step toward freedom, clarity, and peace. The heaviness in your heart can be lifted, the emptiness you feel can be filled, and the doors that seem closed today can open tomorrow in ways beyond your imagination. Trust Him. Trust His timing. Trust that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant to be yours. Your heart will heal, your soul will awaken, and your life will flow with purpose and blessings that you cannot even yet imagine. So, hold on to hope, keep moving forward, stay patient, stay grateful, and never ignore the signs Allah sends you. He is leading you, protecting you, and preparing you for a life full of light, love, and ease. Remember this dua in your heart. O Allah, guide me, protect me, and grant me what is best for me in this life and the next. Remove what holds me back and fill my heart with your light and peace. Your journey is just beginning, and Allah's mercy is with you every step of the way. Do not give up. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. O Allah, guide me to what is best for me in this life and the next. Protect me from what will harm me. Remove what holds me back and fill my heart with your light, peace, and contentment. Help me to recognize your signs, follow your guidance, and trust in your perfect plan.